5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah.
Where?
It says live on the YouTube dashboard, so that's something.
I'm looking. Oh, I see a live here. I see us.
I see us, and there's a little D in the corner. Look at our
That's
D.
mine.
Look at our D.
Look at that tiny little D.
Well, okay, it's not that tiny.
Look at that adequately sized D.
There we go.
Hey, I do see that we're live. Hello, us.
Wow, technology.
Oh my God, there's people here in chat. Hello.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Hey, it's already too much. It went from empty to oh no in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Hi, hello, hi.
Put on like a slow mode, you know.
I could probably do that. Yeah, that's probably some kind of thing I could do. I've never streamed on this platform before.
Yeah, and the dashboard, you'll have to go into edit.
Yep.
You actually got to go to edit and then scroll all the way down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slow mode. Skoyosh.
Skoyosh.
You're slow now, chat. Suck it. And look how slow that is.
Oh, every minute. How cruel.
Oh,
cruel.
yeah, no, that is kind of a long time. I'll set it down to 3 seconds.
3 seconds? That's too generous. They don't.
All right, I
deserve
think
that.
I'm tweeting out the stream
5 minutes.
for those heathens that haven't subbed it yet. This could also be a porn link. I guess we'll find out together.
Nah, they don't deserve it.
How are you?
Darn.
What are you? How are you accidentally? What are you doing? How
I
could
actually
this
tweeted
also
out the
be a
right link, I
porn
guess.
link? Okay. Well, isn't it just youtube.com/distractible podcast/live or something?
Well,
Isn't there
no,
like a
I did the
perma
watch,
link or
the
something?
direct link to the stream.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna just go find your tweet and use that.
I'm not gonna say anything because the real fans were here already and had notifications turned on.
This
Therefore,
is the year we gotta get. This is the year we need all the promotion.
No.
Mark, remember?
Mark is doing it right. That's how you promote things.
No,
you reward the ones who
Oh,
were there in the first place,
no.
and you shame the ones that weren't there.
You don't promote.
This is why the
anything.
boner cast never took off. We did the same thing.
Yeah,
Bonercast
you know
did
that could have
incredibly well,
been.
actually.
That could have been a great show. You know, I just want to say that.
It is. People still
it
need to
could
look
have
for it
been.
better.
Yeah, just like Unisonis, you know, when we deleted all the episodes. Ah, what a tragedy.
Oh, that's why we're on a delay. I'm watching the stream instead of talking to you guys in real time.
Are you
It's like, why do I see any of us talking normally?
It's us. What?
I'm
What?
fine.
What's wrong with you?
A lot of things.
I keep thinking like, oh, I'm sharing my screen. No, I'm not. It's fine. We're good. Oh yes. Hello, everybody. It's here. We're doing Distractible Live. That thing you didn't know you wanted, but you probably do.
No, as we always promised and said from the very beginning, we're here fulfilling the obligations exactly on time as we originally said we would.
Yeah, just like we always do.
What do you have the latency set to on YouTube? Is it
Normal.
good? That's probably the best.
Yeah, I figured since we were
test this.
having some audio issues and whatnot.
1,000 to 1,000.
What? Oh, you're still watching the stream. I see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
How long is this
12
delay?
second latency. 12 second latency.
okay.
I'm at 25. Where's my clap? Oh my god, dude. 33 seconds for me.
Oh, you just started counting for me, Mark. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh wait, no, that was the
no.
end of your counting.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
I
You should
stopped
count
counting when
differently.
I stopped counting when I saw myself over there, therefore my count was accurate. What do you mean?
I just.
Oh, from the future, plebeians of the past.
No, you're from the past because you don't know what's happening yet.
All right.
He was talking
one
to
of
himself.
us,
He referred to
one
him
of us.
correctly, the plebeians of the past.
Hello from the future. All right, now I gotta wait for that message to come to me in the past. That's how time works.
Then I'll know. All right, so for those of you who don't know, we're using an experimental service So hopefully the audio is perfect, even if the video is slightly off. But we're all in this together.
And we do know we did this before. If you were here before, we did this on Mark's Twitch channel last week. There were some issues. We made some tweaks to try and maybe fix the issues, maybe.
I did nothing.
Yeah, Wade showed up late. Who shows up late?
I saw the text and I was like, oh man, I thought I heard my phone vibrate. Oh,
I think this is actually the first time in our entire history of Distractible that Wade was not first in the Discord channel. Well, we're really gonna give him shit about it this time.
Unbelievable.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
nope.
What's wrong with you?
Who could have done such a thing?
Imagine.
It felt really good. I'm gonna do it more often now.
No, it does feel good to show up late to stuff, though. You just roll in and everyone's like, let's go. And you're like, thanks for setting this up, guys. I'm ready now.
Mm-hmm.
Like now
And-
they
and you
feel
don't
how
have
I
to
normally
wait.
feel.
You have to wait for anyone who's late showing up. You're there and it's time to go. It's very convenient.
It is. It is. So for those of you who don't know, we are using you as a warm up and a testing ground, and then we're going to have a very experimental experiment, and it will either go great or go terrible. It'll remain a mystery until we all decide that it's not a mystery.
I forget what I even put in the description, but just to let you know, Chad, the plan for this is that these are gonna at some point these are potentially gonna be members only type of deals, because this ain't the real content. This ain't the full on episodes. This is just special extra stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're really worried about like making sure you have access to this in the future, if this is something that appeals to you, you become a member on the channel, but you don't get anything for that. just to be completely transparent. You
Most
get to
people
watch
don't want this
these
content. This is bad. This is
You
bad
get to watch
content.
these if and when they happen, and that's everything. There is no other membership guarantees. We might like respond to your comments or who knows, but that's a soft maybe at best.
The
You guys
softest
see part 3 of Bob's Fridge animated?
I did.
I did not.
I
There's
miss
a part
you and
3 now.
Mark emanating from my phone and coming out of things. I missed the perspective changes, but it was still
Part
pretty
3
funny.
is the one where you threw us. I think it was.
I throw my phone into space, I think, and you guys are maybe on my phone.
Yeah,
something like that.
we're holding on.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you have to watch it.
The claymation animation of the Bob's Fridge story
Never
that we
seen it.
talked about previously on the
Don't know what
podcast.
you're referring to.
I feel like you do.
You must be referring to some bootleg, unofficial animation that has not been commissioned by the Distractible
Oh no,
Council.
not commissioned or sanctioned, and they have merch now. I saw today that channel launched. The company delivering the fridge in their animation is called Woes, and they launched some Woes merch.
They've got more than I've
pretty good.
got
That's pretty
going
good.
on merch wise.
Yeah. I've got some news. If you guys want to hear news.
Soldier Boy.
No.
Soldier Boy,
news.
tell them the news.
Quote, and I quote, not my quote, another quote. Having sex with women is gay. End quote.
Oh,
Says white nationalist who praises involuntary celibacy.
that's a really confusing standard to live by. There's just no. Assuming that person intends that to be a negative thing, and it's bad to be gay, and having sex with women is also gay now.
Yeah.
Whew.
Okay, so Fuentes complained about, quote, people calling me gay because I've never had a girlfriend. I think if anything, it makes me less gay. If anything, it makes me not gay, as opposed to less gay. Not that there's any gay, but it makes me not gay. End quote. He argued.
Are we gay?
No, didn't you listen to the quotes?
I
Clearly
tried.
not.
It hurt my brain a lot.
Listen, if you start at 0 and you stay at 0, there's no possibility that you could ever enter the arena where gay could be floating around. You know, you don't catch any of it.
You know how you really get under this person's skin?
Wow.
Start telling them they're asexual.
Right. Because
Because
technically,
that's kind of what that is. I mean, I don't know if they have attraction and just don't act on it because they hate themselves or something,
Well,
but
I'm just gonna. I haven't read this article, so I'm just gonna keep
Can
reading.
you link it? Can you link
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Let me give
Curious.
you. Pop it in the old Discord here. But Fuentes went on to describe how he has never been in a romantic relationship or had sex with a woman, but is, quote, more heterosexual than anybody. If we're really being honest, never having a girlfriend, never having sex with a woman really makes you more heterosexual.
You know, honestly,
because-
though, we need more people like him to not.
Good point.
I sure. Go on.
Go on.
Just need to clean up the gene pool a little bit. You know, if they stop
Whoa.
reproducing.
Okay,
Well,
I'm gonna have
not
to
after
stop
the
a
fact.
sec.
I'm saying
Yeah.
like we're pre-criming this shit.
I'm gonna have to say, when you're using the language of eugenics, maybe not a
I don't know
supportable
what that
position.
means.
That is, eugenics is like sterilizing people who have genetic disorders, like sterilizing anyone who has like Down syndrome or any other
Yeah.
genetic difference or is otherwise not what you consider to be the right type of human.
No, we're just
Eugenics is like a thing the
encouraging.
Nazis were into.
We're
It's not a
selectively
good
encouraging
thing.
abstinence.
I mean, look, if he doesn't want to have sex, that's fine.
And we don't want him to have sex, and that should be fine.
No,
I'm not worried about if he's having sex. I don't care either way. I'd
No.
rather not know. If
No,
I'm
no.
100% honest.
No, it's not
Maybe
that
his
he.
website where we can watch
It's
him
not
have
that he
sex.
doesn't. This is involuntary celibacy.
Oh, it's
also known
I thought you
as-
said voluntary. It's
Involuntary.
involuntary. So
Also
he's
known as-
Oh, I thought you said
trying to
voluntary,
like
too.
date people, date women, and
No, we try to have
trying to get.
sex.
No.
He's
He's
trying to
not trying
fuck.
any of this.
Oh,
Look,
oh.
I didn't
What's he
finish the
trying?
quote. I didn't
Okay,
finish
okay,
the
okay,
quote.
okay,
Wayne
okay.
interrupted with his eugenics thesis.
What an
so,
asshole.
I fucking. God damn it! I love the end of the first sentence that you read though. Like, what?
Yeah.
What does this dude believe? If anything, it makes me not gay, as opposed to less gay. Not that there's any gay, but it makes me not gay.
If you were doing a
What the fuck is
gay
his
litmus
worldview?
test-
What is this?
Nothing. Yeah. Well, anyway, the rest of the quote is, if we're being really honest, never having a girlfriend, never having sex with a woman really makes you more heterosexual because honestly, dating women is gay, he claimed. And if you want to know the truth, the only really straight heterosexual position is to be an asexual incel. Which is kind of what
Dude, I'm not drunk enough or sober enough for this. What?
So
I can read that thing like 10 times and I still don't understand what the hell he's trying to say.
So there's
There
two
is no
types
gay,
of-
but if there was, he wouldn't be it. Because
So
he's
there's-
super straight by not being straight enough.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just if you can't get it in mind, it's too complex for you to understand. But to get to it, there's two types of alcohol. Well, there's multiple types of alcohol, but there's ethanol and methanol, right? Methanol is a poison. Ethanol is the stuff in alcohol. But the cure to methanol poisoning is more ethanol. So what you do to understand where he's come from is you chug some methanol, counteract that with the ethanol, and then you get a little drunk, and then you go for more methanol, you're more poison. And then you just keep alternating between that, and you can start to get where he's coming from.
You
Make
think the
sense?
lack of docking his shuttle and a hangar is causing him to be crazy? Or do you think he's just crazy?
The lack of what?
Docking
like
his
that.
ship in a hangar?
That's not my favorite.
Get in his PC? You know?
More. I don't
I've
get
never. Yeah, wait. Be more confusing.
Putting his penis in the vagina?
Oh.
it. The vagina.
TM.
If there's anything I believe when it comes out of a person's mouth, it's when they say I am more blank than anybody else.
It
Obviously.
shouldn't be coming out of your mouth.
Sir, do you even have a pilot's license? Listen, I've been flying RC planes since I was 8. I've been flying crop dusters illegally since I was 14. I've been in the air longer than you've been alive, son. If anything, I'm more of a pilot than anybody who has a pilot's license. I believe it. That's a great argument. I'm 100% convinced. Fly away.
I don't know what I said. I don't know what any of you have said, but I'm just happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Also, Bob, you should know that the stream is going terribly, apparently.
Oh, good. Excellent. Great.
Horrifically laggy with audio cutting out all over the place.
Good. Good.
Why is such things allowed to
I'm specifically
occur?
cutting off a lot, apparently.
Well, you sound great to me, which is really confusing because we're communicating through the same service that is doing the live streaming.
Yeah, is there no like other settings besides frame rate?
There are very little.
It's better now. No, it would be a unified experience for everyone if the audio was cutting out. So
You guys that are having issues, do you have internet?
Yeah, I never trust that. People tend to not have internet in these parts.
Nothing better than streaming and trying to figure out what an issue is in the back. You're perfect. It's terrible.
Oh,
Yeah,
It
you
really
know
helps you
what?
get an idea of what's going on.
many people
turned
have no
the-
problems at all.
I turned the upload control to manual,
Hmm?
and then you can pause that now.
Manually
I'm
upload our
wondering-
frames.
What? I'm wondering if you pause your uploads.
If I pause mine,
Yeah, well, because you guys are having the trubs. I'm wondering.
I
if
see where I'm uploading. I don't see a pause upload button.
yeah, where's a pause?
I don't know. I just toggled it so you can pause it.
Do I have to refresh?
Oh, wait. I see it. I can do it for you.
Oh,
Pause
pause me,
upload.
daddy.
Oh, paused.
Pause upload.
Oh, there it
See if
is.
this like stabilizes anything, because that
Let's
if it's
see.
uploading and streaming, maybe that's taxing your internet.
Our
I don't know,
fragile
man.
Hello,
internet.
fellow humans.
I don't know, man.
Are we better?
Mm-hmm.
This is an asparagus chat.
Yeah, it's probably fine, so long as people can hear us.
All
That'll
good
be-
for me, even without internet.
The video and the preview looks smoother.
Yeah,
I did that. So
Maybe.
anyway,
It's probably fine. I'm gonna go with probably fine. I'm gonna go with actually absolutely fine.
great article, Mark. I am very confused.
Problem is mainly just Wayed. W-A-Y-E-D.
Wad?
Wad. Wad, why you gotta cause so many problems?
What a wad.
Oh, people say it's better now. Okay, so I think that did help.
Ooh.
I also saw asparagus.
Well, I
Why
said
do I only see
asparagus.
weird things? Can I read normal messages?
There's a lot of normal messages that you could absolutely read if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm looking at this stream now. It does seem smoother. It does.
Oh, well, we solved it.
We solved,
solved
it, everybody.
everything.
And we will no longer take anyone ever saying anything that there's a problem because we won't believe you.
If anything, we're liver than any other person who's never even. We're like the livest stream that you could have
Yeah, I know,
in terms
right?
of live streaming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, once we turn this stream off, we will be the most. We'll be the most popular streamer in the world. The most streamiest.
It's true. Some say that editing video content and uploading that to YouTube is kind of like being live, and then being live is like really like being live. But the true way to be a live streamer is to never be live at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've never
You
been
know the
live in my
truth.
life, and I am the livest man. And also,
I've been dead my whole life. I've never lived livelier.
Therefore, you're the most alive of all of us.
the most alive. Well, you
And
said
I'd
you
like to
had
thank my
multiple
dad
stories,
for
Mark.
being more alive than the rest of my family, who I still talk to. Thanks, rest of my family. Got him.
Oh, he can't even fight back.
Yeah, you got the burn music. You got the burn
savage.
music.
Oh yeah, wait. Hang
waiting.
on. Did the burn music come back? Which one was it? Was it this? Nope. I clicked it and now it's just doing a circle.
We don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything
Right.
either. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Didn't like that.
Chat, this will be worth it. Just hold on.
Mm-hmm. It does not want to play. I clicked live. Oh, there we go.
I don't think that's the one.
Is that the one? Is it this? Oh, it's this. It's this. Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
Burn on your dad.
No, it was a burn on the rest of the family.
Oh, burn on your
Oh,
family.
take that, rest of the family.
Props to your dad. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. I think.
Don't worry, we got it right here. And we always do. I have another article that's more depressing than the last one.
I want to see it.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, no, this was just more news. It's New York now has more Airbnb listings than apartments for rent, which I don't think is actually a surprise. And it's just kind of a sad reminder of the state of the world.
We all knew that already.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. How about this one? Child porn investigation reveals Arby's worker peeing in milkshakes. Washington cops say.
They taste better or worse after that?
Yeah, most shocking part is that investigation required to figure out if there is or is not urine in a milkshake.
Yeah, I know, right? But wait, to answer your question, I'm sure they tested rigorously for piss and
I always want to know.
Milkshake.
I always want to know in news stories like that. What spurred the investigation? Was some person like, hey, I think they're peeing in the milk? Is that pee? Is that taste? I can't tell.
No, the original investigation was into child pornography.
Oh right, no, you said that. Ew. Okay, but then
Wait.
secondary.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
What do they do to test? A cop has to go through the line undercover and get a milkshake, and then he like runs back to the lab and is like, urine, test for urine, and like the CSI people are like, okay, I get, yeah. This
Or
is a
they make
milkshake.
chocolate milkshakes themselves, and they pee in one of them. They sip both, and they sip the Arby's one. They was what it tastes more like.
Oh, I see what happened. So obviously they found this guy who was like distributing child pornography, and then they found on his phone also videos. He was an Arby's worker, and they found videos
Oh,
of
you
him
videoed it?
Yep.
Ooh.
Apparently also urinating into the milkshake mix containers.
Ooh.
So I apologize to anyone who went to Arby's in
Oh, don't say where. Let them guess. Don't narrow this down. Everyone who's ever eaten at Arby's right now is like, oh, please not in Kansas.
Yeah, in
Please.
chat right now, who has recently had a milkshake from Arby's?
It's been a minute.
Did you
I
get an
like-
Arby's mochaccino and think to yourself, what's saltier than I would have thought? No.
I do
Whatever.
like Arby's, but they got rid of the ham and cheese sliders, so I've not gotten it in a minute.
Oh, I like the sliders.
I never
It used
had
to be a
those.
thing. I
By the
used to
way,
get.
for those distractible listeners who tuned into the teaser, here's a little bit more for you.
What?
Whoa, hey, don't reveal too much.
That's from the thing we did last week.
What?
The random tweet I did that I don't remember. I tweeted
Oh,
it
you're holding something up on your video. You assume that I'm watching your video.
always.
I've got
Okay.
everyone's video
Okay.
up.
I have them up, but I'm not staring at them. I'm reading chat, you
Even
animals.
I can see it out of the corner of my. I have
Chat?
chat up too.
Yeah.
My chat is right next to my camera. You guys is on the furthest away monitor I could put it.
I've got you all center screen.
Wait, I got another article, guys.
Oh, I'm
This
here
one's
for it. I'm ready
This
for
one's
it.
a doozy. Drone carrying bag of handguns from United States to Canada intercepted by tree. Now, the wording in that title raises some
Intercepted.
questions about the agility of this tree.
Does Canada have a bunch of like really, really aggressive border guarding trees that are just really like blowy?
Or the
There's
guy
a whole line of
piloting
trees
it.
just like, whoa.
The guy piloting it maybe has never flown a drone before, which makes him more of a drone pilot than anyone, you know?
You're right, man. You're right. It just said, I don't know why it says intercepted by tree, because that indicates that the tree was ready, waiting, and lurking for
The tree
drones.
saw the drone and was like, "Oh shit, is that handguns?"
The tree had a
snatched it out of the
football
sky
helmet
and
and
then
pads on.
put a
was
handgun
running
on
down
each
the
branch.
field, saw the drone, dove right in front of the receiver and caught it, pulled it in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. I'll confirm with Tyler on the award-winning podcast, Go, my favorite sports team.
Oh, what award?
All of them. It's
Oh, wow.
won more awards,
No
really, if you
awards,
think
which makes
about
it more
than any
award winning
other
than any other
podcast in the
podcast.
world. Sorry, I should have said the most award-winning podcast.
Yeah, you
no,
are the most.
You haven't actually won any, quote unquote, won any awards, but that clearly makes you the most award-winning podcast.
Absolutely.
Are there podcast awards?
I assume.
What do useless sons of bitches like us need awards for just sitting around and talking about?
Don't worry, don't worry, man.
Well, we're not nominated either. Okay.
Hey.
Okay, good.
We might get a we're funny. It's funny sometimes.
Somebody has to think that.
There is the podcast awards, which the 17th annual will be this year.
17th. This has been podcast since 2005.
Yeah, the categories are podcast influencer of the year. Listener influencer of the year. So that's what we were talking about when you listen the hardest. There actually is an award for that. Listener influencer of the year, which could be one of you, whoever listens to this podcast the hardest. This does not count right now. You have to go listen to the podcast. And if you listen the hardest, you could win an award. And then there's the People's Choice Award. There is the Best Female Hosted Podcast presented by Linktree. There's the
We don't have a female host, so honestly, we're more qualified for that than the ones that do.
Best Male Hosted Podcast.
Well, we got too many of them. We can't possibly win that one.
Best Black Hosted Podcast. Best Asian Hosted Podcast, which 1/3 of the time we could be eligible for.
You're gonna say 1/3 of me.
Actually, I'm half Korean, so 1/6.
Yeah, that makes us 1/6 of the time. That really cuts the odds down, but that's still a chance.
So every time you've hosted, half the time we've gotten the German mark, the other half we've gotten the Korean.
Oh, is there a best German host? Because we could get either of those.
Best Spanish, unfortunately, is the only other.
That's close. You can pretend.
Yeah.
They're part of the same continent.
Hola, mine amigos. Como estás, dear?
You made me inhale my own saliva. Thank you.
Sorry, bud.
El Bratwurst.
But that's a good name for a podcast, honestly.
El Bratwurst.
El Bratwurst. What is that podcast about?
I don't know, man.
You're gonna click to find out.
Hey, man. Yeah, one of you guys listening out here has the exclusive chance to start the podcast, El Bratwurst, and you better do it fast because people are running through.
It's okay, though. If you've never done a podcast, pretty much makes you the most qualified podcaster in the world.
Yeah, no, I am not 1/6 Korean. That's not the takeaway.
We are.
We collectively. We are all the hosts.
I'm gonna update my driver's license information real quick.
As one individual, we are 1/6 Korean.
In the world of statistics, and Bob, I think your wife would corroborate this information.
Oh, sure.
And confirm it. We collectively are 1/6.
She would 100% not have any problems with that. That mathematics. What's that word? Mathematics.
I think you got it. Mathematics.
Mathematics.
Dude.
My favorite Lion King song.
Mathematat. You gotta you gotta remember that we are completely unqualified, therefore we are the most qualified.
That's how this works, especially on the internet.
Mathematicians.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a category for arts, which was won by Dad's Drinking Bourbon. Apparently.
Well, we're pretty close to that.
Yeah. There's manager tools in the business category, of which
I'm a tool.
I think that's
I listened to Tool
just
once.
tools, like back-end tools, and no, that's podcast. Yeah. There's comedy, which we were not nominated last year.
Offensive.
Yeah.
Our podcast is offensive or not being nominated? Because I think both might be accurate.
I mean, multiple things can
Who
be true at the
chooses
same
these?
time.
Like, who listens to every podcast and is like, nope, them?
I mean,
I
yes,
mean, that's not how this
absolutely.
shit works.
No, it is.
Nah, it's like the streamies or whatever. It's like
I didn't know.
you
I don't know how those
submit
work either.
yourself to these.
Is it submitting?
That's how.
you have
Isn't
to
that
register.
how all award shows are? If you want to be
I
a,
don't know.
if you want to win an Academy Award, if you want to win a Grammy, if you want to do all this shit, you have to submit your work, and then they have to think it's good enough to accept it, and then maybe you get nominated.
That feels awfully pompous to be like, I'm gonna submit us to say we deserve an award as being the best comedy podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that is typically. You're right. You're absolutely right, actually, Bob, because that is how award things work. Because anything that I've discovered about awards is like you have to self-promote. People in LA buy billboards just to be like, consider our show for this award.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I've heard this about the Grammys a lot. Is that's why these award shows are not very inclusive, and why they tend to not award or even give nominations to like minority people of minority, cultures or heritages or whatever. It's because it's basically a cool kids club of like all the people who manage it expect and know who's going to submit their work, and they sort of know who they want to win before it even happens. It's not like there's no award where like some person listens to every podcast that exists and is like, oh, these are the 5 best comedy podcasts. I have taste.
That's true. That's just a reviewer.
It's just like you pay to advertise, you pay to submit it sometimes, you pay all this, you got to pay out the ass. You have to have the funds and resources and connections to like get into the right circles, to pay the right people or have the right people talk about your shit. Award shows are, they're not a scam. They represent good work. Good. It's not to say that good work can't come from someone who's connected, has money, has connections. But like they don't represent the best work objectively by any stretch. And anyone who doesn't know how that works, that's how award shit works. That's why the same people tend to win them over, and it's like a club.
You're totally right, but also I think it's kind of interesting perspective because when we say the joke about like who is the hardest listener, it does make me wonder like who is the hardest listener. So I kind of want to throw this out there. If you kind of like a creative competition here, I want people to take a picture that represents them listening harder than anyone else. Like, just imagine, it's totally open-ended. You get one picture, you post it on the subreddit of you showcasing how hard you listen to the podcast.
Be safe about it, and we here at Distractible are not liable or responsible for any dumb things you may do to take these photos.
Yes, obviously. But also, just a picture, no video, just like, it cannot be photoshopped. I don't want to see any of that. I want to see a physical, real life, you listening hard to the podcast. And then we will pick a winner from whoever we think listens the hardest.
And if you own any of our sponsors' goods, including sponsored stuff in your picture, will definitely help.
No.
And if
that's
you
biased
send
towards
me
those who have money, that's
some
biased.
money on Venmo, I am not saying that will guarantee you anything, but I would definitely remember your name.
No.
Yeah.
You don't have no purchase necessary.
That is sort of legally required, but also there's no prize for this, so
there's no prize.
There's no purchase necessary, and there's also no reward.
Yeah, but we will recognize you, and we will look at it, and we
silently,
will talk about
maybe publicly. We won't tell you which because we don't know.
I will say,
I don't know. I'm saying right now, I will look at it and talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know what you do.
We don't know how we're gonna handle it.
Mark and I actually do crawl the subreddit quite a lot. I check it pretty regularly.
All the time.
Reddit.com/r/distractible podcast. I think it's Distractible Podcast. Yeah.
r/distractible. No, it's just Distractible.
r/distractible. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, the website is Distractible Podcast. It's just.
We should make a Distractible mobile game.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Where we put random people who aren't us as your starting character, and you have to spend a lot of money with a 0.025% chance of getting one of us to host the game's podcast. We're gonna go pay to win. We might as well go all out.
I was thinking you were a special guest on Distractible, and you're given a series of prompts from us as the hosts, and you have to open loot boxes which contain different story titles and story elements, and you have to construct a deck of your most powerful story titles,
Building a real game.
elements. But once you use the card, it's gone. So you got to keep opening those loot boxes, baby, and you get like one free loot box a year, and it has 2 things in it. So you got to buy the rest of those.
Brilliant.
Mobile game done.
And if you get on top of the leaderboards, you have a better chance of winning Mark's competition. Right, Mark?
No.
All right. You heard it here first.
Did you know that there is speaking of awards, I was kind of curious. There's a list called the Gold House A100 list of the most influential or impactful Asians and Pacific Islanders in culture and society every year. I did not know this.
I get nominated at least once a year for that.
I don't know if I believe that.
We are 1/6.
I'm gonna beat a doubt that. Are you gonna start submitting yourself now?
Yeah,
Go
we're
on.
1/6.
Well, go for it. I am not condoning this, but I'm not going to stop you. So please feel free.
And maybe, what was it? Asian Pacific Islander?
Yeah. So it's like the A100 list. Gold House. There's
Maybe the one who goes before me will talk about their dreams and nightmares, and I can crush them into oblivion, like I did that one guy at band camp. What was it?
I don't think it's that
government
kind of
camp.
I don't think it's not that kind of thing, man.
Oh, good. I want to crush them
Such
anyway.
an uplifting and inspiring story.
Yeah.
Step on those who dare to dream, chat.
Anyway, I was just curious about it because I am, if for people listening that didn't pick up, and I am actually Korean. I am half Korean on my mom's side. So I was like, oh, that's something interesting to aspire to. I would like to be on that list someday.
Well, I will say, not to poo-poo everything that you bring up, Mark, but I do know the 30 under 30 type lists.
Mm-hmm.
Those work basically the same way as the award stuff.
Mm.
You have to be nominated and or nominate yourself to the 30 under 30 thing. It's like a weird club. I was on Leighton Night with Brian and Leighton's podcast, and Leighton was talking about that because Leighton was on 30 under 30 at some point, but it was this weird thing where it was they wanted you to buy merch that said 30 under 30, and they wanted you to pay to come to retreats for people who had been on the. It's a weird thing. I have no idea about the Gold House thing, but
No,
it sounded weird to me.
I've also been Forbes 30 under 30, and yes, it is exactly like that. You get on, but I didn't submit
you did that.
myself. I'm pretty sure probably my agency did or something like that.
I'm
But
still hoping to
afterwards-
get on there someday.
The older you
crossed.
get, the wiser you get. The more of a chance I feel like you've got.
I hope to be under 30 again.
Yeah, absolutely. But it is a thing. Afterwards, they'd send you a follow-up email like, join the 30 under 30 Founders Club or some shit like that. I could probably look up the email. Let me just dig into this. And
Must be an awful club to be a part of because you get kicked out when you turn 30.
Uh-huh.
Just one day they're like, by the way, you're 30 now, go away.
Uh-huh. That's how it works, man.
What, do they only keep 30 people in the club?
No. Oh, man.
I need to
feel
have a
like
child who gets
you're
on the
like
club
a-
at the age of 3, then they can have at least 27 good years.
I feel like Wade. Sometimes you play the role of a peasant from the Middle Ages who doesn't understand what electricity is, and we're trying to explain things
don't know
to
how
you
that
from the
works,
internet,
man.
and you're
How
like,
do they make it?
What is 30 under 30? What? Why do you only get 30 of them? I don't have 30 of anything. I've only got 20 toes. How do you
20
accumulate so much of what coins? Gold coins? 30 gold coins?
I don't know. I don't know what you have 30 of.
Okay, I found it. It's there's an onboarding. Oh, this link definitely doesn't work anymore. Damn.
They don't want you anymore.
Yeah, back in November of 2017, they asked me to do this onboarding process, and in there, it was an entire process of all the things that you had to do, the obligations that were part of being a member of the 30 under 30 club. So what happens is once you're on the list, you have that. It's like a resume thing. You would put that in your accomplishments, things on your resume. But to be a part of that and to use the official 30 under 30 thing in any promotional thing, I think you have to be a member of it and promote it internally and all this other stuff and like represent the brand, which is like not.
Let's make our own awards and exclusive clubs. We can put ourselves on the resume.
That's how. That's how.
We're gonna have an annual award
Yeah.
program for top 3 Distractible podcast hosts. It's a tight race every
Podcast
year.
with the most letters in it. We probably don't have that. Podcast with the most unique
Our
letters.
podcast that's one word.
Podcast that is one word that doesn't repeat any letters. That is the longest.
Podcast that is 1/6 Korean. Do we win?
Podcast with the largest amount of Voldemort.
Is he on another one?
I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
God, I hope not. That would really undermine my idea.
Yeah. But yeah, so there are all kinds of these lists, and they all start because someone like you, Wade, went, let's start our own award ceremony. Let's start our own list.
That's how they all have to start, right? Like, there's not like the president doesn't like decree like, and the Constitution says thou shalt have Moses' 10 awards. I don't know how the
What
I don't
are
know how the
you
world
talking
works.
about?
President
Nothing,
of
let's
what?
move on
What
immediately.
president is this?
President Moses. It was the third.
In what
President.
governmental system does your president issue decrees?
Oh, you know, Jesus.
Jesus walked up to the president of Israel and he was like, text me, I'm busy. You know, biblical
I
stuff.
want to go back
Aha.
to bed.
Awards for podcasts that beat Joe Rogan that one time. There's one.
Ooh, that's a
Quite
tight
a
one.
few, but we are one of them.
I don't know. I mean, it depends how far back you go, but does Joe Rogan ever not #1 on Spotify or whatever? That's his platform, right? That's the
I
one.
know.
They're exclusive.
If we wanted to make it our legitimate crusade to dethrone him, we could, I suppose. But I don't know what kind of
We
numbers.
can
he
only
pulls.
publish on Spotify. Just barrage all of our followers everywhere. Like, gotta listen. Tell your friends. We need new listeners.
All right, so this is going to be a toughie. It's estimated that 11 million people listen per episode.
Ooh, we're pretty close to that, right?
Chat, we need you guys to have lots of kids that all listen to the podcast immediately.
God, yeah, that's the
solution?
thing. Yep, that's
Yeah.
the solution we're going
Spend
with.
the next 3 years acting like a rabbit.
All right. It's one of those things where we got to like do everything we put our minds to, but collectively, because we are all the percentage of people that we are people in every aspect. Children, parents, families, we are all one. This is how cults start, I think, actually.
Oh, can we be the one podcast that starts a cult? We get an award for
wouldn't
that.
be- I guarantee
We could
you
be the
wouldn't.
best podcast that starts a cult. How about that?
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I kind of have a cult already. We can make another one.
How do you kind of have a cult already? Explain this.
Is it no? You gotta be part of my Twitch community to know about the cult.
Okay.
COW, the Cult of Wade. COW is the acronym.
Okay, go on. I'm listening. I'm intrigued.
How do I? What are the tenets? How do I become? How do I live my life? in
I don't know. I
accordance?
just lead the thing, man. I didn't make it.
Well,
I just command people around. They know what's going on, not me.
I see. I see.
I
Okay.
don't.
Have I ever known what's going on?
That's a fair point.
That's true.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know how much longer you can use that excuse.
It's only gonna get worse as I age.
I know. We've known.
Wait is already past the peak of his intellectual prime. It's all downhill from here.
Maybe I could be part of the 40 under 40 club. I'm looking at you, Phobes magazine.
Phobes.
Yeah. Maybe a different one.
Oh man, I don't know if there is. Is there a 40 under 40? I don't think so.
It just keeps going up.
There is
Standards
now.
keep
We're gonna
lowering
make
and
it.
it keeps raising the age.
Yeah, not by
Distractable's 40 under 40 club.
Phobes, but apparently Fortune does. What about 50 under 50?
What about 35 under 35? How close are we splitting these age cuts?
Phobes does have 50 over 50.
Phobes does.
Phobes does, yeah. Yeah, 50 over 50.
50 over 50, but under
There's a
70.
Phobes already too.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were doing like
Right.
that. Okay.
Okay, so we just got to make sure that when we get over 50, if we do make it there, that we can just beat up everybody in a boxing ring. Because I think culturally, by the time we get to 50, that will be how political disputes are settled. And, in fact, all
Dude.
cultural ideas.
Distractabash.
That's a pretty catchy name there. That's not
It is.
bad. That's
And we
not
could
bad.
raise money for us instead of
Mhm.
We
charity.
have people get in the ring to fight, and we try their best to distract them. So if one of them looks away and gets hit, they lose, and they probably lose from getting hit.
Oh wait, no. You know what?
Nice.
I saw a thing. I think we should try next time we're in person.
What?
It has kind of to do with getting hit, but it's more in our style. It was a TikTok of 4 friends who were sort of stood in a circle, but you know it was filmed, so they're sort of facing the camera, open to the camera, you know. And they all took like a mouthful of water, like try not to laugh style. But then each of them had a tortilla, and they took turns. Each person got 1 slap with the tortilla, so it's not like a violent slap. But the point was to be like, to use misdirection or to be silly about it, and try and get everyone to spit their water all over each other.
Were you part of Slapsgiving where Mark and I slapped the shit out of each
No,
other?
I
for like a
left.
full day?
Thank God for that. Literally, I was there at the
you
beginning of
dodge
that.
all the worst shit that we do.
Well, you guys did that to yourselves, okay?
we always
I was
do.
there at the beginning of that, and then I was like, all right, guys, I gotta go, sorry. So, and you were like, all right, let's get these big plastic things out and whack the fuck out of each other.
It got to be barehanded after a while.
Oh
Wait,
my
what was it
God.
before it was barehanded?
Yeah, I didn't know it was anything.
You guys
before
had
that.
like plastic candy canes full of candy or something, or like plastic baseball bats or something.
I thought it was
You
all
had-
right.
slaps.
You had
I do
instruments. There were
No,
instruments.
No.
We did have weaponry at one point. I think that sounds right.
Oh,
I remember the plastic thing.
People are already making pictures and posts of them listening hard to this one.
Oh, hell yes.
Look at the Discord where I'm posting them in there. It's very, very nice. Yeah, the early competitors are really starting out strong. I'm very impressed over on the Distractible subreddit. So the hardest listener competition is officially underway, and it will end suddenly and abruptly with no warning. And
I
then a
love-
winner will be declared.
The listening hard face is very similar to the.
It's different for everybody. It's different for everybody. I'm so glad that now I can see your
There's a lot
facial
of
expressions now.
what's the word? Clenching. There's a lot of clench to listen hard.
Well, give me your listen hard face. I don't know, guys. I would not be convinced. You would not even be in the top 10. Neither of you. Neither of you would be in the top 10.
You're not my dad.
You know,
Yeah.
not being in the top 10 makes us more top 10.
Well, let me
than
give you
those that are.
This is what I'm looking
Show
for.
us, master of faces.
Yeah.
You die of a brain
Constipated,
aneurysm
dude.
right
You
now.
look like you gotta take a real big poopy.
That's,
Why did you take a
I'm
giant
gonna pass
poopy
out
in order
now.
to
I'm
listen
gonna
hard?
pass out. Here we go.
You slightly became the color of your background.
I'm
Kind
alive.
of, kind of an orangey tan color.
I'm alive. That's how hard I listened. That's how hard.
If I did that right now, I think I'd shit my pants. That's why I went in the other direction.
Is there a picture of me choking somebody? Oh, fuck your dreams, fuck your nightmares. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the hardest quote in Distractible history.
Yeah. Also, don't do what I did. You could get an aneurysm or also pass out. Don't do
Or
that.
shit your pants.
Or shit your pants. Although, that's some pretty hard listening. If you can feel the podcast in your lower intestines, I think that's sufficiently hard listening. I don't recommend any of this. In fact, I am discouraging all of that.
So basically, Mark asked you to do something that he doesn't think you should do.
No.
Don't
they
do
should
that.
Yeah, exactly. To each their own. We have no responsibility as far as like don't hurt yourself. That's what we're gonna say. Okay, is it about time to do the thing that we said we would do?
We can, yeah, we can do it.
Oh, you're getting a real look behind the curtain today, chat.
I
You're
love
gonna
this
get to
picture.
see-
Wait, one more. Just this picture of how hard I'm listening. It's a Capri Sun.
Wait, which flavor? Wild cherry.
You can't even tell. You can't even
It's
tell.
so
It's wild
crunched
cherry.
up you can't even see it.
I see the red. That's got to be wild cherry. Who posted that? Tell us. Is it wild cherry the best Capri Sun flavor?
Nah, I don't think so, man. Might not be.
All right, so we're getting ready, chat, I guess, to do a live ad read for you. I feel very unsettled about this entire
it's
situation.
Fine, it's fine. It's people wanted to know how these go, and they can see. We'll just do one. We'll just do one for now. And that way
I have
we'll
to
know.
private this after.
All these images of y'all burning your retinas out, putting your face in the screen to listen hard.
Look, we don't condone anything on this podcast.
He
We
didn't
condone
say
nothing.
watch hard.
It's listening.
True.
It's listening. I have the copy pulled up here. So
Yeah,
the way that
got
we do ad reads is kind of horrible.
It's kind of like pin the tail of the donkey. We just keep stabbing until something sticks.
I've never seen people actually excited for an ad.
Well, what I think is the most potentially interesting part of this is you're all here, you get to see this part. Just wait until this ad comes out on Monday and see how much of what we do will actually use it.
Because you'll
It's
notice that
great.
this is probably going to go for like maybe 5-10 minutes here. But unfortunately, it can only fit into like a minute, maybe a minute and a half.
Yeah, well, like 20 to 30 seconds of every ad read is the required stuff anyway, where you have to like say the link and the name of the thing and all that. It's
Yeah.
so gonna be a journey. You know what I haven't tested is if I can record audition while I'm streaming. Well,
Didn't we test that before?
I guess I did. Yeah, it works.
We'll try it. If not, there's
We
a
also
backup.
haven't tested the Event Horizon protocols.
Good reference. Good reference.
Thank you, thank you.
What's that from?
Oh, you know, this is a show.
Show.
In Romania with Markiplier, the next installment.
In Romania with Markiplier?
Yeah. Can you make a hate video hating on me for spoiling it, please? I got at least 2 extra views that day.
No.
Not that I'm counting.
No.
Don't drink like that.
Yeah,
Don't do
unfortunately,
that.
everybody listening, there is no
That's
ad
horrific.
skip. You have to listen to all of this uncut and live.
Did
What
you-
happened?
Did you just pull a mark?
The water's everywhere.
Well,
I
clean
just
it.
sprayed my keyboard.
Told you not to drink like that. Did you not
Fucking
think I had
hate
a
karma.
reason?
Shut up! I hate karma. God damn it.
Anyway, I'm rolling. I'm
keyboard.
ready to record.
Oh fuck.
Is it working, Wayne, or do you need to go find
The
a really, really
keyboard's still
tiny,
lit
hard
up.
to use keyboard?
It's
Yeah,
just
hit-
a little
Hit
damn.
record, Wade.
Rolling. Sound
Rolling.
speeds.
Shit and fuck rolling.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh,
so
bad
late on
collab. That's not what
I
you
wasn't
wanted.
ready. I'm wet.
Yeah, the whole countdown. Sorry, it didn't start at 6 like the live stream countdown.
I know, right?
Oh.
All right, Wade, here we go.
Okay.
All right. This episode of Distractible is sponsored by Keeps. Did you guys know that 2 out of every 3 men will experience some form of hair loss by the time that they are 35?
That makes me both of us in this podcast.
Yeah, wait, can you be 2 of us?
I sure can.
How
All
does
right,
the
I feel
percentages
safe
work
now.
amongst us now? If you're 2/3 of us, then Bob and I only have 1/3 of the 3 to share, and that
Mm-hmm.
leaves very little for me.
Mark, I need half of our ball tonight.
Half of our one collective ball?
Well, if we're only 1/3, do we even get a whole ball?
I don't know. So
Well,
there's
they said bald.
There are
I can
at
loan you
least
some
there
bald.
are probably 6 balls between the 3 of us, and if Wade gets 2/3 of the ball, that divides evenly. So then there's 2 balls left for us.
Okay,
Unless
so we each
one of
get
you
one.
has a medical condition that I'm not aware of. We should have 2 balls, and you can have one of the 2 balls.
Oh, you mean testicles? I didn't know what the hell you guys were talking about this whole time. Okay, got it. I'm with this.
I'm glad you caught up, buddy.
I'm wet. I'm busy right now.
All right. While Wade's wet, more than 50 million men in the U.S. suffer from male pattern baldness, but Keeps can help keep your hair.
I get it why it's called that now.
Ah, you didn't get that before?
No, every time we read for this, I was like, keeps. What are we keeping? We're keeping the hair.
We're keeping the
That's something you don't
hair.
think about when you already
Hair,
got it.
Keep it. Yeah, no, it doesn't affect me at all.
Wait, do you
But
think
2/3 of us.
do you think you can extend your powers of taking on other people's baldness like as a service to the universe?
Honestly, at this point, I would do that for them.
How many
'Cause I know I
men
look
can you
great
be
bald.
2/3 of? How many weight support club men can there be? Can you be 2/3
Well-
of 100 guys and take that on? Is it a factor of how bald you are, or a factor of how much of a man you are?
Does he have to
That's
take
the
their
question.
balls to take their baldness? Is that how this works?
Ooh,
I would
he's
take on 100
accumulating
hard men.
power. That's why he's into it. He's taking on all of this extra baldness. The hair is going to continue receding down his body, but he could have, upwards of 80 balls.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Keeps
recede down,
offers-
man. I wish. If I had
Keeps
hobbit
offers
feet, at least I have a
simple,
place to transplant
affordable, and
from.
stress-free way to keep your hair via convenient virtual doctor consultations and medications delivered straight to your door every 3 months, 24/7 care and support, and low-cost treatments start at just $10 a month. And Keeps offers generic versions of the 2 FDA-approved medications to prevent hair loss.
That sounds pretty affordable.
Is like
That
all
honestly
the
does.
balls just rolling around in one mega scrote?
Ooh, or do you have scrotes tucked away in all of your crevices?
Or do you got like a
For
sack over your
safekeeping.
shoulder and you're like creeping through the woods like
Well, I had a
balding, my
sack on my
friend?
shoulder before, but it's just gotten a little heavier.
Wade wakes up in the morning, opens his ball case, and is like, "Oh, which one's today?"
Oh, you're losing hair. I can help you for a price.
Honestly, look, dude, $10 a month is not bad. Like, I don't know if you guys probably haven't had to look at how expensive it is to have like hair transplants and all that stuff. That gets to be like the price of a brand new car after a while.
Exactly. You don't have to sacrifice your gonads of any type. Keeps has everything your hair needs delivered straight to your door with discreet packaging and proven results. If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/distractible to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's KEEPS.com/DISTRACTIBLE to get your first month free. Keeps.com/distractible.
Some of y'all need your hair. You don't look as good without it as I do.
Whoa, okay.
Okay, all right.
Distractable's most savage host. Calm down.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's why I got an award for that.
You have so many balls, you just say whatever you think of now. You don't even.
I have a lot of balls. I'm
The
not afraid to
balls
say
on
anything
this
anymore.
Oh God.
I have at least 2/3 of them.
So, chat, that is usually how all of our ad reads go. We go
That
on
went
and
pretty
name-
smooth.
It did actually.
That was
didn't
not
even
even like
come off the
let's
rails.
restart. We went too deep that time. Let's restart that. Usually we go too far one direction. We're like, oh, they're never gonna let us use that. We better. I don't know if they'll let us use that. That was about balls the whole time. Keeps would be like, oh, balls. Why are they talking
Hey,
about balls?
Manscaped ads do really well, so Keeps is gonna love the closeness, the fucking proximity. That's the word I'm trying to say to Manscaped that we just gave him there.
What was
It's
the
all about
jingle
balls.
that everyone loved from that? It was like jingle balls, my balls just got shaved. Well, it wasn't that, but it was like something similar, wasn't it?
You sang like a whole. You kept adding lines. It was a whole thing. Couldn't tell you.
Oh,
I don't listen to it. Sorry,
I don't either.
I can't. My voice isn't it. I hate my
Oh, should we
voice.
still? Should I cut the ad thing? I'm still
Oh,
recording.
yeah.
You're welcome, Will, for this bonus content.
I'm gonna text Will right now and be like, "We recorded all the ads. Just those
All
are
one.
uploaded." Like, no, guys. No, there's a bunch, guys. And this is the exciting part where we make a new folder, chat, in the Dropbox. It's May 24th.
It is.
So there's the new folder.
Okay.
And then you gotta follow the naming conventions so that everything. Holy shit! I have extra numbers in mind. What's happening? That's not a date. There we go. You gotta make sure your file name's correct.
What episode number is this?
210. 210.
10. We have not had 210 episodes. I don't
Season
get
2, episode 10. Calm down.
it. When did we do season 2?
After this 45th, I don't fucking know, man.
Here's
What do you mean?
here's a look behind for everyone at home. There's a lot of like standards and practices that go on in the podcasting world that make absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
The whole concept of seasons applies to TV shows and stuff like that. There really is no real need for different seasons in podcasts, much like with YouTube content doesn't have seasons. It just kind of progressively changes over a period of time. And then there's all these like structure things and like these the companies who help us with Distractible, they're very nice and all that stuff, but it's like they think differently than us.
Wait, but
But
Mark, you just
season
released
3 is gonna be
season 2 of
wild,
In Space with
everyone.
Markiplier.
Uh-huh.
No, season 2, wasn't it?
I mean,
Season
you
1
could-
and then season 2?
Sure.
Or was
sure.
it collectively season 2 of with Markiplier, and you're just in different places with
Sure,
Markiplier?
yeah.
Oh, so where's season 3, Mark?
Sure.
The ocean
Sure.
on the ground
Sure.
with not me for some reason.
Sure.
People who made that billboard. I don't know if to
Sure.
look at you or the camera.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I forgot about that billboard.
was-
Did you guys
I
know
was,
I bought my own billboards?
Like you had them built from the ground up, or you just
No.
rented some space for
YouTube did not buy them.
You just wanted to see your face out there. It wasn't
mean-
even for In Space. It was just a billboard of you.
No,
It
it's
says Mark real big on it.
it was one of those things where I had a sneaking suspicion that they wouldn't do anything again. So I actually preemptively hired my own marketing company to do an advertising campaign and paid for it myself because I knew YouTube wouldn't.
Thanks, buddy. Distractible needs that kind of promotion. We appreciate what you do.
I could get some Distractible billboards. They are
mean, we
they
should
are
probably-
wildly ineffective.
Yeah, we should probably.
I
would
have
say first,
always bought
maybe not do
everything I
that.
see on a billboard.
I will say, as much as like visual advertising doesn't really necessarily work for the area where our stuff is online, podcasts and YouTube and stuff. Do you guys remember when we were on tour and we were doing the show in Vegas, and the elevator door at the Hard Rock Casino in Vegas had a huge, the whole elevator
Us.
door was our show, the You're Welcome
That was
thing,
really cool.
and the door, that was cool as fuck. And then we woke up the next morning to leave, and it was gone. And we were like, get this shit off of here. Nobody's gonna see
Show's
these
over.
internet losers.
No. See, people in chat, you need to understand. They did not reuse the Scare PewDiePie billboard. I reused the Scare PewDiePie billboard. That was my idea. I contacted Matt Pat to get the high-res version of his billboard show. I did not ask Felix for permission.
Why would you?
No, all of those things were my idea because I had to do everything myself. I didn't put them up myself. The marketing company did that, but yeah.
He painted
Mark
the billboard
climbed up
himself.
there with a bucket of paste and a big old roller and glued that vinyl print on that stupid billboard.
Yeah, it was. I finally watched the Dan Howell's video called "Why I Quit YouTube," and it was like a lot of it was the later half of that video was a lot to do with his the travesties of the death spiral of YouTube originals. And God, you know, I really it's a love-hate relationship with YouTube because like it's like what he said. It's like it's the most accessible platform to people for people to make their own content, bar none. And a lot of the systems in place are there for creators to really like get their foothold and monetize, and it's getting better over time. There's been some setbacks, of course, and you know you can have a lot of problems with YouTube. And God, I want to like them, but God, they just make things so difficult sometimes. They make it so difficult. And so maybe someday I'll come out and have a huge expose about it, but alas, for now, I shall just grumble about it.
Say more, Mark.
No. I'll save it for...
Name names.
No,
Point
no.
your
You should
little
spend more time on
fingies.
Twitch, Mark, where they want to take 20% of your revenue
No,
away.
no,
It's much better over here.
I'll save it for the mythical third podcast that people haven't found yet. That I have, definitely. That also leads to
go
the...
my favorite distraction.
If it becomes
Distracticast.
you should start a podcast brand based around Go. It becomes like a weird like board game type thing where there's just Go, my favorite whatever.
People could pass it and get $200 or not pass it and go to like jail or something.
That's true.
It's a
These
little
are all
man.
things. These are all words. Well, that's good.
I'm good at
Ideas, even.
words.
No. It's not a thing about exposing YouTube originals because it's never. That's the thing about YouTube that people need to realize. Nothing is ever done in bad faith. It may come across as extremely bad faith. But in reality, I do know. It's like what I was saying about this other game that I played, Poppy Playtime. People were mad at the developers, but it's like, yeah, but a lot of people who work behind the scenes worked really hard on it, and they put their heart and soul into it. And that's the same way as YouTube. It just so happens that Google is a mega corporation with tens of thousands of people, and just a few people at the top, like pulling strings and making big sweeping decisions that change everything. And then everyone else is just left to do with whatever the hell they can with the leftovers. So yeah, there's a lot of things that could be said, but it's like I also weigh it with what good does it do other than be a cathartic release that generates more animosity towards a platform that I actually do love. Because I do love YouTube and I do love what YouTube is. I don't love the company that is YouTube, but that there's a double-edged sword of criticizing it for the problems that they do doesn't always fix the problems, and in many ways can exacerbate it, especially when I do have a channel where 1 million or more people watch and listen to the words that I say, and take them to heart and try to take action about it that will be damaging and detrimental to the reputation of the platform that I truly do love. And therefore it's a balance. It is always a balance. It's a dance. And it's not one that needs to be aired out at this juncture.
You said it again, I zoned out.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez. If there's anything I've learned from daytime TV and internet drama, it's that it definitely
You're not the father.
definitely should be aired out publicly.
No,
I
yeah.
thought we were going somewhere else.
And you're not the father of YouTube.
I thought that's what daytime TV was. It was just like, is Maury still doing his thing with the dad?
Maury Povich?
Yeah.
Daytime
Povich?
TV legend Maury Povich?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still doing it.
Good.
Jerry's
for him.
gone, right?
Well, he became a judge and then was the mayor in some of the in order. I don't know.
No, he was mayor
He's doing
before
stuff.
he was the show host.
Oh, okay.
Mayor of Cincinnati.
Then he got famous.
Yeah.
You guys didn't know. Jerry Springer.
Cincinnati
Cincinnati's
child.
So great.
I assume, I don't know if he's from Ohio or what.
Yeah. Anyway, I would love to do this longer, but we have much work to do, and I also have to record Go after this. So
All right.
I gotta scoot along.
Busy Mark. All
That's
right.
a
Well,
competing podcast. We should distract you longer so you can't get it done. Tyler would love that.
we should. I'm gonna show up to your recording studio and just destroy all your equipment so you can't make it anymore.
You mean Tyler's house?
Burn it down.
You're
the
gonna
whole
burn down
building.
Tyler's house.
I don't care what else is in there.
Tyler, text me your address. We're gonna go burn your house down.
Hey Tyler, I'm gonna be in LA. Where you live, bro? I was come hang out. No,
Cool,
these are
man.
just extra cans of gas. This car is just really bad on gas. I just need to carry these few extra cans of gas with me in case I run out. And I like to store them in the house because it's temperature controlled.
You know
And,
what?
Don't worry about this lighter I'm tossing around and flicking dramatically. It's fine.
You know
That's
what would
right, Tyler.
really blow our podcast up is a rivalry, is a feud. It's
Oh, yeah.
like a competing fight. We really need. I'm on both sides. I'm slinging mud for.
We should have a Distractible versus Go, my favorite podcast, boxing match.
Sports.
You have to fight you, and Wade and I get to fight Tyler.
I have to fight myself.
It's a 2v1 boxing match for me and Wade. Tyler is such a physical specimen, he could take it. I'm sure he's down. Well, assume he's in. I'm going to start
Get you
booking
half an
stuff
outfit.
right now.
Half of it'll be Distractible, the other half will be Go. You'll have one
You
boxing
get
glove for
one
each and
arm
just go
per
at it.
podcast, and you just punch yourself in the face in different angles.
All right. Okay.
Whichever punch is the one that knocks you out, that hand's the winner.
And then when the mythical third podcast emerges from the darkness.
Well, you put a
WWE
glove right on
style.
your dick and you just headbang into it until it knocks you out too.
I appreciate that you think my dick is capable of hitting my face. I really do
welcome.
appreciate it.
Hey, you can put a little extender on there. We're going to make it fair.
We got BDE on this
They
podcast.
must
I know.
make dick boxing glove extension flingers. Whatever that would be called.
Oh yeah, we'll invent it just for the.
That has
event.
to exist.
Put a
Everything
big
everything
spring
exists.
around your dick and then have it extend up, put the glove on the spring,
Ah.
and then
Yeah, just put
This
a
can't
metal
go bad.
spring tightly on your dick. That's
Yeah.
ooh, that sounds fun.
and just slam your head into it repeatedly.
What if there's just a metal pole in the ring and that is just wearing a hat of the third podcast? So you have to punch, headbutt.
Or we hire the winners of Creator Con and to come and
Yes.
boop your snoot.
iBub's Creator Con, that's what it was. All right, so how do I end this bad boy?
I don't know.
We don't.
There's
stay
an
live
end
forever.
stream button.
Oh,
See
we
what happens
should
if I
wait.
click that.
Should
Wait,
we
what?
talk
Wait,
about
what?
the YouTube changes? People probably have noticed.
Oh,
on the
yeah,
channel.
we could lay that out just to explain it. It's just only going to make everyone mad, but that's fine.
I mean, at least be upfront about it, and like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
way people aren't just like.
Oh, we were gonna shadow do it behind their backs. It was gonna be great. We had this whole thing. All right, fine. We'll tell
People
them the
will
truth.
understand the reasoning behind it.
No, they won't, but go ahead.
Okay. So if you've noticed on the YouTube channel, we've started uploading highlights of the podcast. This is to get the better bits so it's more shareable on YouTube. Not that like listening to the whole podcast isn't a shareable experience. It's also to filter out what things are better for animations, like which ones you guys, you're kind of like which ones you listen to will be the ones. But also it's because the way the ads work in terms of podcast pipelines, apparently, and this is bullshit, YouTube is less valuable.
Yeah. Yeah,
Great.
we have, as a podcast, hopefully anyone who does something, the goal is to succeed, right? So our general goal is we're trying to grow our presence, grow the podcast, make it more successful. And apparently YouTube is shit. Apparently YouTube views do not count for as much when they're talking to advertisers who might be interested in supporting the podcast. Also, they're less impressive in terms of like the industry looking at it. People will be like, yeah, but how many real listeners do they have?
Yeah.
They don't. So like, you know, if a company is judging the success and the level of whatever, the level of growth we've shown, YouTube doesn't count. Or doesn't count for much, or whatever. They're not happy about it.
You guys aren't as good as the real people that listen on the real platforms.
You are garbage.
Yeah. Oh, we will. This is a good point. But a lot of people are saying we should change the thumbnails of the highlights. That is something that we do want to do. And that's something that we will do, even if it's like just hire someone to do a quick and dirty Photoshop job. I'm sure that someone from the community would be willing to do that. Obviously, we would pay. But as far as it really goes, is like what the aim of this to do is clearly for us as podcasters, like we want to grow the podcast just because that's an ambition. Why not? We don't really have a goal in mind. If we could get one of those big ass spot, this is what doesn't make any sense to us coming from YouTube spheres is something like Spotify will pay something in the orders of $60 million for a podcast, which admittedly, sure, like good for the people that are doing podcasts, but the numbers that they pull are like completely way less than what YouTube videos would do. But it's just like this whole concept that YouTube is less valuable. It's not real. It's unimportant. And so what we want to do is we want to say, actually, yes, it is very important, and it is. You should pay a lot of attention to it, and we can do a lot better than these other podcasters that just because they have celebrity names attached to them does not mean that they are higher quality than what we can do. That is one of the things that we wanted to do when we set out to do an official podcast. That, like, it's just one of those weird political things that exist in Hollywood, and I see it a lot in LA all the time, being a YouTuber that's trying to do bigger things all the time. It's this annoying brick wall that exists between the world of independent creators and established media. And so one of the things that I and we want to do is kind of just show up and do something that makes them turn their head and look. And that's what actually happened when this podcast first launched. And we were the #1 podcast on Spotify. Suddenly, there were articles written about that. And suddenly it mattered. Even though it was not the most profound or impactful thing that we have done, all of a sudden all these established media were like, what? And it's like, yeah, this happens. A lot of what I do on
Coming
YouTube,
for you.
I mean, pretty much, right? It's like just people need to realize that the stuff that people make on YouTube or TikTok or any kind of new media stuff, well, if not more valuable than the established pipelines of creation. The only reason they care about those things is because there's money flowing through those established pipelines. All this is like a philosophical discussion that you don't need to worry about. In terms of the channel, YouTube channel, there will be highlights, and each highlight in the description will link to the video on the official important platforms. But we'll get custom thumbnails, and then we'll get the animations rolling on the channel. So like it'll be more content.
And it'll be this. We're planning on doing this hopefully weekly, at least most of the time. You know, sometimes it'll be busy or whatever, but it will be different content.
Yeah. So don't think of it as like you're losing out on having a podcast posted each day. We're gonna also do this regularly so that you guys can get some more of the live interaction, and then obviously highlights and shit like that. So changes are happening, but it's all good. Yeah, we're gonna get a different thumbnail for it, or even just a highlight thumbnail. But I would like a different thumbnail for.
Yeah, I think in the short term we should just get a highlight thumbnail to differentiate.
Yeah.
But unique thumbnails, hopefully, we probably there's resources for
The
that.
technology exists.
Yeah.
Can we set up an AI that listens, reads
Actually-
a transcript of the
Actually,
clip,
yes.
and then makes
yes.
an AI
Doll
generated
E2.
thumbnail?
Did you guys see the release of Doll E2? They released
No.
Doll E2, or they made a post about it days after we recorded the episode about like the future AI stuff, where both of you were like, no, it's not that bad. And then the day after, Dolly, I'm gonna post it in the Discord.
Okay.
It is literally you write something, anything, and an AI will create that image.
Oh shit!
We will never get a monetize. Not that we monetize on YouTube anyway, do we? Okay, it's fine. We can have demonetized thumbnails.
What are you talking about?
The things we talk about now would be like, dick.
You
Okay,
type
here's the
in
thumbnail.
what?
Oh, we do? I thought it listened to the podcast.
Why would
We
it?
have to type. Effort.
I literally said you type in whatever you want and it makes it.
literally listen to every other word.
You type
Hey,
and makes. You type what you and makes.
type. Okay. Where do I type? I want to type.
You can't type here. You have to request an API, but you can go scroll down in the text description and click the different versions of it. So you can get like an astronaut riding a horse in photorealistic style, in the style of Andy Warhol as a pencil drawing, an astronaut lounging on a tropical space resort, in vaporwave, pixel art, photorealistic, and it generates these things.
If we just
Love
tell an AI we want Mark, Wade, and Bob, what three people would it decide to put on there?
I don't know.
I kind of want to find out.
I just want to type in "distractible podcast" and see what comes up.
Yeah. Anyway,
Hey, I like
so,
that. We're just gonna do that then, chat. That's it.
we'll do
We've
that.
decided.
And then we're gonna like take over the Spotify charts, and we're gonna beat Joe Rogan
Again,
again.
Yes.
just like we did in Creator Clown.
Yeah, right.
You're right.
Nope.
Creator Cronch.
Bob, do you think that Wade's hair actually didn't like stop growing? It's just growing inward and like penetrating his brain. Like he's just got a hairy brain.
I got like hair tendrils infecting my cerebral cortex.
Yeah. Might be.
Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Sounds
anyway.
Normal. Yeah. So should we end this now? Now that
Yeah,
we've
changes
discussed?
are happening, but it's just as good. There's going to be more cool stuff. You're not losing anything, but also listen on Spotify or iTunes to the full podcast.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay. I'm gonna end the stream, I guess, and we'll see what happens.
Podcast live stream out.
Bye.